Good evening, everyone. I am Shivam. Today I will delivering a speech. I will be delivering a speech that is motivation. The topic motivation. The word motivation is not defined anywhere because it is not a thing that is applicable to say all in a same manner. Because for some, the definition of motivation can be vary from person to person, can be vary from situation to situation. That for me, just I am thinking about the learning English. Maybe my motivational sources can be the Sasi Tharoor, that I want to become like Sasi Tharoor if I am a student of English learner. But just I want to become a leader. Maybe the sources of motivation can be the Abraham Lincoln, can be the Narendra Modi, Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and can be anyone. My emphasis towards saying this, that is, the word motivation is not defined anywhere, and in case of lacking, we have to find the definition by ourselves, because in what situation we are trying to find the motivation. Because what is motivation? Motivation is an encouragement, an inherent encouragement which gives us curiosity to do anything or not to do anything. Because motivation is not a thing which we seek just for doing anything. We also want to just not to doing anything. Like for some person, the sources of motivation can be Abdul Kalam, can be Abraham Lincoln, can be any CEO. But as ma'am already stated, that there are two types of motivation. The first one is outer motivation and the second one is inner motivation. In my words, I am indeed with ma'am, but in my point of view, there are two types of motivation. First is temporary sources of motivation, and second one is the permanent sources of motivation. Then, like we just watched the YouTube video, we just read out any novel, we just read out any books, we just look out anyone, we just think that I will do like that person, I will become something, I will become this, I will become this. But I think this is the temporary sources of motivation when we seek. But for always be motivated, we have to find a permanent sources of motivation. We have to find a universal sources of motivation. Now, the question rises here that what is the permanent sources of motivation and how we can find it? The answer, I again say that this answer you have to find by yourselves, because whatever I will think, this will applicable only on me, because motivation is an abstract noun. We cannot address it to another person. This is the things of feelings that we are feeling that we have to do these things. That's why we have to find by ourselves that what is the permanent sources of motivation, who we will continue motivated, who will have continue motivated to me. For me, the sources of motivation is my mother, that he taught us that how to manage success and how to manage failure. Because we know, we always accept that whatever we are thinking, it's not certain or it's also possible that the things will not happen according to me. The things which I am thinking, its possibility is also high, that whatever I am thinking, it can be lacking in my hard work, in my dedication, in my focus, then the things will not happen according to me. My mother taught us that how to manage success. Everyone knows that how to manage success, just celebrate, this is the things that how to manage success. But the things which we have to learn, that is how to manage failure. Because when we become failure, we just learn more and more things as comparison to success. Because we know that wherever we are lacking, and we try to focus on that things. That in one word, for everyone, the permanent sources of motivation can be your goal, your aim. But that must be, you know that I cannot achieve this goal, but you must have that particular goal, and just make the strategy to achieve that goal, which will gives you a permanent sources of motivation. Because I already stated that you must know already that I cannot achieve that goal, but despite that you have to do hard work. You have to have patience. Not only patience, there is a word that is perseverance. When patience with same dedication, focus comes simultaneously, then it becomes the perseverance. When you have perseverance to do anything, then definitely you will be able to do. Then my emphasis towards saying this, that your goal, your non-achievable goal can be the best sources of motivation. Because when you will have your temporary sources of motivation, like some scholars, some motivator talks about the Dr. Kalam, some motivator talks about the CEO of the Google, some of the person who says that I will have prosperity in financial condition. If you have any temporary sources of motivation, like you can take example of anyone like Mukesh Ambani. One day it's possible, its possibility is high that you will become prosper in sense of financial monetary relief. Then what will happen? Your sources of motivation will get destroyed automatically, because what were your sources of motivation? Monetary insufficiency. Now you are prosper, that you can whatever you want, you can, your desires has been fulfilled. Then your sources of motivation will destroy. But that's why I am just saying one thing, that have a goal, have a perseverance about that goal, but choose that goal that inherently you know that I cannot achieve that things. Because in one word, what is life? Life is learning. We just know that whatever, how many years we will live in the earth, we just try to learn the things. That's why my last suggestion is not suggestion, insistment you can say, that have a goal that you inherently know that I cannot achieve the goal, and that goal will gives you a dedication, perseverance, patience, and it is a inherent and permanent sources of motivation. Thank you.